Hello, you're listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, and I'm Paul Mackey. This recording is for day 31 of the Dog Days of Podcasting Challenge. Again, this was recorded longer in advance than most of the other shows this month. I'm traveling for the weekend, returning sometime today as this releases. I'm attending the Minnesota State Fair with my family. With any luck, I'll be reporting back to you on September 1st about what we saw and specifically what we ate. But today is the last day of the Dog Days of Podcasting Challenge officially, and I have a couple of answers to questions I left you with last time as we wind down the challenge for a few months. I'll probably be updating you a tiny bit on the inklings of what I might do this December for the Advent season tomorrow too. Alright, so here's those answers. On June 12th, 2007, Don Herbert losing his battle with cancer, doing a television show from 51 to 65 and revamping it 3 times a week on Nickelodeon in the 1980s. He inspired Paul Zaloom, Bill Nye, and Adam Savage in their future work, among many others. What was the name of Don Herbert's titular character? And for the bonus point, who the heck is Paul Zaloom? Don Herbert was Mr. Wizard. Don Herbert was one of the guests on the first ever episode of Late Night with David Letterman, following Bill Murray and just ahead of closing comic Steve Fessler. And the bonus, Paul Zaloom played Beekman on Beekman's World. And lastly, the song from 2008 with lyrics, "They call me Hell, they call me Stacy, they call me Her, they call me Jane. That's not my name. The band's name is the Ting Tings. And the vocalist's name is Katie White." That's all the trivia. You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org.